It's me. It's Corona-chan back at it again. You know, I think it's time we go ahead and celebrate a few new things on this channel. And Victoria 2 is probably the game I've played quite a lot of, but haven't really delved too deep into the different mods available. So today, we're taking it back to the 1700s. That's right, the Industrial Revolution game. It's now a 1700s game. So this is the Age of Enlightenment mod. One that I haven't actually looked at before because I was never really that into the idea of a 1700s mod for the game where you micromanage the economy. Oh god, also just looking at the HREs, just there's so many tiny little minuscule nations that it's already giving me anxiety. 1700, eh? Fun time in the world where Austria was the #1 great power and Germany looked like it shot itself in the face with a shotgun. You know, I'm not too certain who I'm actually going to play as, because just looking at Europe, I don't think I really want to be there. Of course, there are a few nations that would probably be a lot easier to play, like England or France, who do have a bunch of colonies over here in the New World that are actually dominions already. But I kind of want to try something, you know, a little bit off the ball, a bit rickety-rockety, a bit wacky-mashlacky. That's right. It's Kazakh time. Just kidding. I think I'm going to go ahead and try out Japan. Now, obviously, Japan probably won't be a very good nation to play as, considering they don't westernize for another very, very long goddamn time. And I obviously haven't played the mod before, so it might actually be even more impossible to civilize as a nation like Japan. But I get the feeling I'm probably going to have fun trying to do so anyway. I think it just took me like 2 seconds to find a way to break this mod. Okay, well, I was just checking to see if you could actually form Japan. And I realized that there's actually a new decision that you can enable that allows you to release your puppets. Now, the thing about releasing your puppets for the Shogunate of Japan is that you have cores all over them. So if I was just to go ahead and grant Yonezawa independence like this, I could just go ahead and do that, dissolve my alliance with them, wait till my diplomat's back, well, and I just annex them. For free. Again, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to play Japan, let alone playing Japan like this. But other than that, Japan at this time of the world, in history, well, for one, we were too stupid to actually build infantry. So we're trying to figure that out straight away. You'd think my subjects would probably, you know, kind of see what was going on right now and probably take better precautions to protect themselves. Oh, that's not good. I haven't invented a single bit of culture in the island of Japan in our 2,000 years of being here. Though, we're starting off right in the world of Japan by basing our culture on the... Hey, that didn't take too long, did it? Alright, thanks for watching, guys. That was my 80% world record unification of Japan. Speedrunner 49 here. Yeah, I won't lie, that was a little bit broken. So if you're wondering how the industry actually works in this game, since I have failed to really get to it because I kind of got sidetracked, you know, conquering all of Japan. Essentially what it is rather than developing provinces and building factories to produce actual goods, instead you have like farms and mines to develop the RGOs instead. So it's pretty much the same. I've noticed they've inflated the actual the factory count. We're already at 778 industrial power, and I get the feeling this many factories on the map is probably going to lack the game at some point. I also noticed that there isn't such a thing as civilized or uncivilized nations. Everyone is a civilized nation. They're just either a minor nation, secondary power, or a great power, which is it puts us in a position where China currently has 2,787 industrial power. That seems kind of scary. Another cool thing they've actually managed to rework is the politics tab, where you can actually do more in-depth political stuff, I suppose, rather than just, you know, the usual crap. You can mess with the nobility or the burgers, huh? You want a delicious McDonald's, do you? Oh my god. Why is Korea a great power? Right. Hold on a sec. Where'd we go wrong here, Europe? Oh yeah, that's probably it right there. So far, action in the game, not a lot. It's me currently getting a justification on Brunei to take them out, and the Pope liberating a country from Genoa. That's about it. Kind of getting to the point in the game now, clicking any button really crashes the game. I also noticed that when you take out nations, you just satellite them. I'm assuming it's the way that colonialism actually works in this game, but try to figure out how that actually works in itself. Not very easy to do when everything keeps crashing. I also noticed that not a lot actually is happening in Europe, anything big at least. I did notice that the Venetians have been sphered by the Ottomans though, and that is quite scary. Oh, looks like we did get a GB form though, that's pretty cool. Don't think that really matters though, and they're not really doing too well on the great power list as they're about to be overtaken by Korea. But a few wars are actually starting to kick up now. I don't know how long I can keep playing this for before it just becomes too unstable to play, but I'm gonna keep going and give it the old Rambler try. I do gotta say though, this mod does have some potential. It's just buried under a lot of, you know, unfinished stuff. Although quite interesting how they've set up the economy too. I'm not that interested in the fact that it's so goddamn overinflated. Although nonetheless, I must do what Japan does best, and that's asserting my dominance over my neighbors. Oh god. Also, clicking on certain technologies does crash the game. I found out when I clicked Grenadiers that that wasn't a good idea. We got lucky today. We won the lottery, we did academic training, and the game didn't explode. I don't know about you. That's definitely me when I click on Grenadiers and the game crashes for the 5th time. Yeah, at the very least, I thought they would have scripted a few like the North American wars, or at least like the big European ones, but it doesn't appear that any of them are actually in the game, which means not a lot actually is happening in Europe, but Prussia getting sieged down by Prussian radicals. Oh, I didn't realize I just unlocked oil refinery. A little bit early for that though, I do think. You know, I don't think this makes too much sense. We got the British Republic, and they're currently getting a whole bunch of Irish nationalists. What type of cursed timeline are we living in? I mean, I've just got an alliance from France, which means it might be time for a little bit of a meme. Right, if this does what I think it might do, we might be in for the single most cursed thing I've ever done in Victoria 2. I just realized how really, like, inaccurate this map is. Why is Birmingham almost in the middle of the Peak District, and why is Coventry down here? Also, Scotland forever, apparently. Hi, we got our peace, and I don't know if you just saw that. Oh yeah, that was 10 infamy. Oh, that is so goddamn cursed, but so goddamn beautiful. I mean, I also took Ulster. You know, I thought I'd sort that situation out for everybody. You know, you no longer have to worry about people blowing each other up over there because the Japanese are in charge. I mean, I did tell you this was gonna be cursed. I'm still not entirely sure why it forcefully makes you release your colonies to autonomous dependencies, but you know what? I'm just happy it's no longer British. Oh my gee, it's already 4% Japanese. Jesus. I love this world. The world where Japan owns the 13 colonies and Korea and Bengal are having a sphere off in India. I want to say we're a bit early for the communists seizing power in Cherokee, but I feel like we might. Right, I don't know if you can see why this is going to be cursed, but this is going to be cursed. Yeah, I don't think my economy is supposed to be looking this unstable. I'm just making it worse and worse. Ah yes, welcome to Tokugawa. Don't worry though, also got Peru. They're pillaging Spain. We just scurry back to our little hobbit hole to Northern Ireland. I mean, while I've pillaged Europe and taken a whole bunch of North America, and the rest of Europe still sleeping. Except the English, you know, they're going through their 5th revolt of the goddamn game. You know, just a casual 3,470 Great British pounds being spent on light artillery somehow. I don't know what's going on in this game, especially economically wise, but from what I can basically tell, it just doesn't work. Although that might have something to do with the fact that it's just a complete oversaturation of the market of just about everything. I don't know about you, but China with 5,000 industry score, I ain't about that life. And for the rest of the great powers, you know, France, you know, they're obviously doing pretty well too. They got a big industry. China, out of this goddamn world. The Ottomans, surprisingly, number 4. The Netherlands, Spain, Poland, and Hungary. Used to be a Great Britain here. not anymore. As for Russia, honestly, I ain't got a goddamn clue what's going on over here. Same thing with Austria. As soon as they lost Hungary, they just, they became irrelevant incredibly fast. But you know what? That ain't really my problem. I'm too busy becoming the overlord of North America and imminent bankruptcy, apparently. And the mod definitely has some potential. I don't know, what state it's in development-wise, but the fact nothing really happens colonizing-wise, or the fact that there's no events to sort out North America, or Europe for that matter, definitely needs a whole bunch of work, because this is India in 1758. The fact that I can't do certain text without the game crashing, that doesn't help either. My economy is absolutely disgusting, but a fun thing I found out is I just stopped subsidizing for a while. Suddenly I start making a lot of goddamn money. It doesn't last like that though. I don't know what happened here. But it's just, it's kind of fitting for the rest of Europe, to be fair. I think it's time we just put Britain out of its misery, really. I feel like being helped out your invasion of Great Britain by the Philippines. Thanks, guys. Pull in one for the team, like the Scottish, who are really letting the team down right now. There we go. Great Britain, satellite of Japan. You know what? Feels good to be a world player. Unfortunately, though, at some point, Mexico did break free. Wasn't really that fussed about it, because their only real purpose is for their delicious food, which I'm not even sure they've invented yet. Unfortunately, this does mean that I'm essentially now Britain's caretaker, as they are just too incapable to look after themselves, right? I am essentially a caretaker for an old man with no legs, no arms, and most importantly, no backbone. Oh, there is an event. Catherine's coup d'etat of Russia. I don't really know what that means, though, other than a fancy event. Unfortunately, though, after the pillaging of Great Britain, I have no longer any interest in playing this damn mod. Like I've said a kabillion times now, it has potential, but it is essentially just a empty plate with a piece of bread on it. Sure, it's a piece of bread, so to eat, but and a lot of flavor, is there? Nonetheless, though, got a bit of potential. I really hope if this is even still in development, that it keeps going forward in the right direction. Gets a whole bunch of love put into it. But I guess until next time, though, I'm pretty much done here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you leave a like and subscribe button down below. Go get yourself some iSorrowproductions 2020 merch down below. But I guess until next time, guys, let's go try out some different mods.